Hey guys, I just wanted to share a quick video with you of something I've recently discovered that may be of help to some of you. So back in 2020 during COVID, I somehow ran across some videos and got into the whole growing microgreens at home thing, which I started doing back then and was having success. The only trouble and the reason I quit doing it is because it's just me. And all the stuff I was doing was making way too much. I was winding up throwing away a bunch of it. Wasn't selling any of it like I should have been doing, but just a bunch of waste. Just because of the way that it was designed to be done, it was just making way too much for one person. So I've recently decided to pick this up again, and I've tried some other things. So I want to share with you what I found. I think it's pretty cool. So let me spin this camera around real quick. Okay, so I'm back. So normally all the stuff is in these big long microgreen trays, which is what I first started with, and that was entirely too much for personal consumption. Then I discovered these, which were a lot smaller, and I had great luck with these. And I'm just going to show you. I got an experiment trying in here, so just bear with me a moment. Oops. So this, I'm trying a new experiment to grow broccoli microgreens just on a piece of shelf liner paper from the Dollar Tree. They are starting to sprout out, so this may wind up being a good thing here. But again, you can see these trays, once you do them the right way, that is an awful lot of microgreens, way more than I can eat before they go bad. So, but the concept of these is going to be the same. So what I have done is went to the Dollar Tree and found some stuff to make my own smaller. And all I do is flip these over. I have a soldering iron here. And I just go through. Punch a bunch of holes. You know, you get the point. I do the whole bottom with holes. Same with these. Let me pull this sticker off. Anyway, same kind of deal with these. Just poke a bunch of holes in them to get your drainage. And the reason you have multiples is, I'm just going to show you. So we're going to pretend this one here has all the holes already punched in it. Matter of fact, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to finish. We're just going to do one for real. So let me pause this video real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have finished this. As you can see, I've popped a bunch of holes in the bottom. So you set one down into the other. Now I've got to make one other adjustment to make this actually work, which is basically just popping out these handles. And then these little tabs right here. I'm going to pause this real quick again. I'm going to burn those tabs off, and you'll see why in just a moment. Okay, that was super quick. So I burned off those little tab ends on both ends, and the reason I do that is because you want this to be able to sit down in this other one super low. So there's very little gap between the bottom of the top one and the bottom of the bottom. And that's all there is to that. These are no good, so you can trash those. Then this is just cocoa core, so it's ground up coconut husk. That's all this is. And you're just going to put a little bit You don't want to really push this down because cocoa coir with no perlite or anything, it can compact down and make it difficult for the roots to take. So you want to try to get it level, but just not compacted. Like so. You don't even go that deep with it. And then you take your seeds, which I have some broccoli here, and I have some arugula. So I'm gonna do some arugula. Grab my hand. Oops. It's gonna be difficult to do in film, but you just want to try to get even coverage as much as possible. Sorry, let me set up a tripod for this. So that's it. Next thing you do is you want to take you some water. I have this water pH down to about 5.8. You just want to mix this. Get everything getting wet. Okay, so now you've got one tray sitting inside of another tray. You're going to take a third tray, toward the bottom of it, just to get some humidity. So you're going to take this third tray, flip it upside down, put it on top of that tray. What this is going to do is hold in some humidity. You can put a bottle of water, a full bottle of water for weight. That's what I've been doing. Lay it in there for some weight. That just keeps it flat, helps all these germinate and come up at the same time so you have a level. But you'll do it with the lid down like this for the first couple of days till they start germinating. Then you'll take it off, flip it over like that for a few days, and then you take it off. You'll put these in under the light. Once you put them under the light, you're not, oh, let me back up. Twice a day, you're gonna miss these seeds with the spray bottle. Once in the morning, once in the evening. After 4 or 5 days, once you're ready to put them to the light, you remove the cover. Once you go into the light, you're no longer gonna water on the top. You're gonna take your feed water and pour it in this bottom tray, and then you push this back in there so it's only feeding from the bottom for the rest of the grow, which depending on the microgreens could be another 4 days, another 3 days, another week. These go pretty quick. So yeah, you're only going to bottom water, and you'll bottom water as needed, but usually a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon. And then after a few days, you will have microgreens ready to harvest and eat and enjoy. Now what I'd like to show you, like I said, this one's ready to go, so I'm going to put that in a dark place for the next couple of days while those germinate. I will make some more out of these in a moment, but what I wanted to show you is once they're going, this is what you have. So this is a tray of broccoli microgreens here, and we're probably about 8 days in now from start. These I'll probably harvest tomorrow. But that is broccoli microgreens that I did in those pencil trays. In these little pencil trays I just showed you. This is some arugula. I'm sorry, this is Swiss chard. This is Swiss chard. This is going to be arugula here. This is going to be broccoli down here, what I just made. So yeah, this is going to be much. Also did these out of a used sour cream, and this one was a used whipped cream tub. I was just trying different containers, but I just wanted to be able to make microgreens on a smaller scale, just for individual use versus wasting them and throwing them away. Yeah. Now this is not microgreens, this is regular cilantro that I like to keep going all the time. Same with green onions. You can keep regrowing green onions you buy from the store over and over just in a cup of water. And back here we got some peppers, some other stuff going. Okay. And here we got more fish we're raising. But that is my contribution to the microgreen world for people that don't want to do it on a big scale with the big trays. Whether you go find some stuff at the Dollar Tree like I did, or just find some containers. The biggest thing, you need to have 3 of whatever you're doing, because you're going to have a bottom catch for the bottom. You're going to have the one that you plant in, you're going to have to have the cover for the beginning. So just try to get 3 of whatever they are, and they need to be shallow. You can't do real. I was going to try to do these things, but I think they're just a little too deep. I may still try it just to see what happens. But these are shallow and they work well. And like I said, these that I just showed you, these work really good. And it gives you just the right amount. Just one tray of microgreens. You know, those will last me a week. I can eat on those all week, instead of a whole giant tray like this, or a big giant tray like normally that are the length of these. But if you just want personal use, that's the way to go. Super quick, super easy. You're starting and then harvesting in less than 10 days on most of these things. Ready to eat. And if you're not familiar with microgreens, they're basically your normal stuff. You're just growing them super close together, kind of like a chia pet, and you harvest them super quick before they grow into full plants. But if you look it up, the benefits, supposedly there's so many good nutrients and all packed into the microgreens versus once they get to full grown fruits and whatnot. It's a big thing. Look into it. Anyway, there's my take on it. Have a good day.